And when the first time she came to our Toastmasters meetings, it was about 1 year ago. Yes, and I was giving my last speech, inspirational speech, and I needed to find a person to keep an eye contact when I'm giving my inspirational speech. And Lisa, she was so comforting for me. Her gaze was very comforting, and I do remember how I was speaking, and it was just like speech just for her. And yeah, she came back and joined our club, and I'm looking forward. Honestly, I never heard this speech yet, but I'm sure it would be a great speech. And the title of the speech, I am an artist. And please help me welcome Lisa Ennis.
Famous photographer Elliot Erwitt once said, "To me, photography is an art of observation. It's about finding something interesting in an ordinary place. I found it has little to do with the things you see and everything to do with the way you see them." A couple weeks ago, I was voluntold by Barb I was going to do a speech on my photography. I was very hesitant because I'm not an expert. I didn't know what to talk about. I don't know technical lingo. I don't have a fancy camera. I've never considered myself an artist. God is the artist. I merely observe and capture. I can't tell you the techniques I use or how I do it. For me, it's simply seeing something I like that's pleasing to my eyes and capturing it. I've been told that what makes my photos good are the angles I use, but again, I couldn't tell you how I know what angles to use. I just see what I like and I do it. I don't remember when I decided I was a photographer, but I do remember when I realized my talent for it. I was 13. I'd gone on a camping trip with my school to Yellowstone. It was before the days of digital photography was popular. I had this cheap little disposable cameras, and I got home, developed the film, and I remember there was a lot of photos that I was really surprised. They looked really good. One in particular was the Yellowstone Falls, and just the angles and the lighting. I looked at it, and in my 13-year-old mind, that looks better than the postcards I bought. But I didn't really get into the hobby much until I was in my early 20s and got a digital camera for the first time. It made it so much easier to process everything, and I started going on road trips by myself just to take pictures. The first trip I took by myself was a trip to Idaho. Normally not something that would be anything exciting or worth remembering, but it is for me because that's, to this day, some of my favorite photos I've taken. Well, I'm not sure. One in particular was my favorite one I've ever taken so far. It's a picture. It was in October, my favorite month. It was a picture of an old barn. Which I love old structures. This old barn in the field north of Sandpoint. And the fall color, brilliant reds and yellows and oranges. A shrine in it with the evergreens in the background, and above it the brilliant clear blue sky with birds flying around. That was the only photo, the first and only photo so far that I've ever sold for a profit. Since then, I've been on several road trips. I go on hikes all the time, anywhere I can go to just capture. Even a place I've been to many times, I still look for things I hadn't noticed before, just to see if I can capture the moment. My favorite subjects are old buildings, barns, houses, and structures such as bridges and roads. I also do a lot of landscape. I do love taking pictures of animals. I haven't done a whole lot. Mostly the ones I have are domesticated. But that's my goal, is to get better and hone my skill at taking pictures of living things that are moving. That's a challenge. I do use computer software to improve my pictures, to enhance them. I used to think that was kind of cheating, but I realized that most photographers do the same thing, and it's actually part of the art. It's seeing what I want to see and then making it happen using technology. Instead of the way they used to do it, was just in a black room, all that stuff I don't understand. I use the technology we have today instead. I do use black and white. I know a lot of people overuse the black and white to be artistic, and that bugs me too, but I do it when something that I think actually looks better in black and white. I take a picture of an old house or an old barn and make it black and white, and when I look at that picture, I'm transformed back in time to a simpler time where I wish I was, even though that picture was just taken in the present. I love the feeling it gives me when I look at it and I'm transformed back in time. Though my childhood dream of being a professional may never come true, I don't even know if I wanted to anymore, I do. I'm just happy to enjoy the hobby as it is now. Maybe someday I will open up a little business and sell it on the side, but really what's important to me is just enjoying my favorite hobby, and the joy I get out of it is the gift in and of itself.
Way to go, Lloyd.
Thanks. That was a great conclusion.
With that in your
Getting
notes.
better.
Before we clap.
Yeah.
Ansel Adams, arguably the most famous photographer of all time, said, "A great photograph is a full expression of what one feels about what is being photographed, in the deepest sense, and it is thereby a true expression of what one feels about life in its entirety." Another quote I like is by Seth Godin. "Art is what we call the thing an artist does. It's not the medium or the oil or the price or whether it hangs on a wall or you eat it. What matters is what makes it art. It's that the person who made it overcame the resistance, ignored the voice of doubt, and made something worth making, something risky, something human. Art is not in the eye of the beholder, it's in the soul of the artist." I guess that makes me an artist after all.